Hello, wonderful soul. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Kathleen, and you're tuning in to Blooming Lotus Healing Art. If it's your first time here, welcome. This is a place where you find spiritual guidance as well as tools to help you in your path of self-healing. So today we're gonna, I have a couple of announcements. First of all, I have a meetup coming up it's going to be on September 19th at 6 p.m. And I will leave all the information on the link below. So you'll have all the information of where it's going to be and the address and how much it's going to be. But basically, it's going to be a circle where Sacred Sisterhood Circle, where you get to experience in person what you experience here every week with me, but you will get to experience that in person. I will be serving ceremonial cacao. It's not a cacao ceremony, but I will be serving as a way of sharing the medicine with you guys. And hopefully you get to experience that deep connection with cacao as much as I have. I will also have a giveaway, a surprise giveaway. So make sure that you stay till the end, because I will have that, of course, that day when we do the meetup in person. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think it's time for us to meet in person. For those of you who are in Florida, I think it'll be a really great time for us to get to connect with each other, get to create a loving sisterhood, a loving space for us to not only connect, but also with each other, but also connect with ourselves. One thing that I also wanted to mention as well is that I will be doing oracle readings that day. They will be short, kind of like what I do typically here on Fridays, but of course it'll be in person. So depending on what spirit tells me to bring, I'll bring those oracle cards, and then we'll do certain, of course, everybody will get a sacred message from spirit to leave that day. Another thing that I wanted to mention as well, for those of you who have downloaded the app from EkoSyn Meditation, thank you so much for downloading it, and I hope that that you're enjoying it. Let me know in the comments, how are you enjoying the app? You get 30 days to use it. So, and if you haven't downloaded the app, make sure that you do. You get a free 30-day trial. And I have all the details on how you're going to get that free 30-day trial on the description below or above, wherever you're watching. If you're from Facebook, then it's probably above or somewhere in there. And if you're from YouTube, then it's going to be below. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention as well is that I will be doing a review on Oracle deck today. I got a brand new Oracle deck. It's called the Secret Language of Light, and I really wanted to go over it with you guys. And if you are interested in getting some card pulls, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to pull some cards for you. And I also will leave a link on the description, letting you know how you can get it. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel, make sure that you look at all of the details on the description below or above. Which you will be able to find all the information on how to support and help me continue creating content for you guys. All right, so I'm going to add the cards here. Let me see if you guys can see. There we go. All right, so basically, okay, so I'm just gonna put this over here. So basically, this is the Secret Language of Light. I'm sure you can see it. It comes in this pretty little box. And it's a hard box, and you can see it's a hard box. And I'm just gonna open it here. It comes in with this little paper, I guess, to protect it. And of course, it comes with a book. So it comes with a book that shows you the meanings of each card. One thing that I wish, it's a nice book. One thing that I wish it did have was I wish it was color. It's all black and white, so just keep that in mind. It's black and white. So because the cards are so beautiful that I feel like it will be so nice to actually have them in color. But it's okay, not a problem. So this one thing that I would say from these cards is that they're pretty easy to shuffle, but they're not they're not like the super easy. They're not so bad to shuffle. So this is the back of the cards. Okay. And then this is how they look. You can see some of the cards. And I'm going to do a general pull for everybody that's watching. And then we can do a little bit of a reading from there. So this is how it looks. So, I mean, they're really beautiful. I think it's really nice to have that. So they're really gorgeous cards. And they're not so bad. One thing that I have noticed with a lot of Oracle decks that I've gotten, some of them are really hard to shuffle. And I think that you have to get like some sort of powder to help them shuffle a little better. So these, I don't feel like they get stuck so much, which something that I've noticed sometimes when I'm shuffling the cards is that they kind of get stuck. This one, it's not so bad, but if you can see like right here, it's not so bad when you shuffle them, but it could use a little bit more. It could use a little bit more of that. Maybe of that like powder that people use to make them shuffle. So I'm going to shuffle in here. Hang on. I'm going to pull a card, a general card for everybody. So let me know in the comments if you're watching this in the replay or if you're watching this live. Let me know in the comments. What do you do to show up for yourself today? So there we go. This is the cards. I'm gonna pull 3 cards from here. Let's see. So that's 1 card. You are the universe. Look at that. Gorgeous. And I will read what they mean. I'll pull 3 general cards. You are the universe. And then let me see. Okay, so this one came up. Divine animals. So this one is probably like spirit animals. Let's see. It's really pretty. I love this deck. I really do. The colors are beautiful. They're pastel and just very inviting. And even on the video, I don't feel like you'll be able to really experience the card itself, because there's a lot of details in there that I think they get lost in there. That's the 3rd card that I pulled. Soul mating. I love that. Soul mating. So I'm going to read what it says on the book for each one of these. So I'm just going to put them like this. Okay. And I'm just going to look it up. So we got number 29. And then let me just pull up the book so we can see what the universe is trying to tell us, all of us, tonight. So we'll see. And let me know in the comments if you've gotten this deck before, or if you've played with it before, or if you have a question you want to ask, I can do a pull for you. Okay, let me see. 29. So this one says, you are the universe. So this one says, know the self and know the nature of everything. You are you, and yet you are also the universe. Just like you, the universe is a living entity. It is not a thing or person that knows everything. It is growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways. Wherever or whenever you are, you will always recognize yourself and you will always exist. Play with the idea that the universe in all its manifestations peers out through you. It mingles and joins with your energy to see the world through your uniqueness and expands as you do. You're the pioneer of this universal frontier, and the universe needs you to know it in all its forms. If you believe everything is separate, you will want guide, angel, light being, someone or something outside of you who sees you to show you the way. However, everything is one and nothing is separate. So nothing is on the outside looking in. The universe sees wonderment throughout your eyes and you see wonderment in the universe. Become your own authority. Choose to feel good by discovering what makes you laugh, love, and enjoy. Focus on this, and you will create similar manifestations, and whatever you don't focus upon will fall away from lack of attention. So basically, what it's trying to tell you is that you are the universe, of course, the card, but it's also telling you that whenever you are the creator of your reality. So whenever you are focusing your attention on a certain thing, if you're focusing your attention on too much on a certain negative aspect, or maybe something that's going bad in your life, or maybe you continue to focus on the things that you don't like, then you keep those keep showing up because your energy is going there. So it's important that you focus your energy on the things that you do love, that you do like, and allow yourself to expand the things that you do want to experience in your life. So this has a meditation on it, and then also has some reflections and some actions, and it also gives you some journal work. So you can see here, it gives you like a meditation, and it gives you some journal entries and some really interesting things there, which I really love. So this is a really beautiful deck. If you, for example, want to if you want to experience yourself in a different perspective, or maybe want to have or deepen your spiritual just your spiritual path, this is a really great deck for that. So okay, so the next one is 22. Ooh, master number 22, which is divine animals. Okay, so let me take a look here. Divine animals. So with divine animals, we have: spend time with your pet or in the company of any animal to realize the same light that flows through you, through all living creatures. We all create different containers for our soul experiences, depending on our individual desires and dreams. It says humans experience greater contrast than animals. That is why our influence and creation are wider reaching. However, this also makes it easier for us to split and stray from our hearts. Animals reflect the divine love that we are. When we are around animals, it is easier to move into alignment, when we can be inspired to grander creations. People often believe they receive unconditional love from an animal, as an animal is more likely to be aligned with its soul instinct and doesn't need to be different to who you are for it to feel loved. You will feel free to be who you are. When you emulate this behavior for yourself, life becomes more relaxed, loving, and relationships will catapult to a whole new level of joy. So this is really beautiful, because I think that so it's inviting you to really use the unconditional love of your pets. So for example, if you have a dog, if you have a cat, you don't have to really change for them to love you and want to cuddle with you and want to give you energy and receive your energy. So it's important to really connect with that, to connect with the idea that you don't really have to be anything, or you don't have to fit in a box to be able to be loved. If you're having to change yourself to be able to be loved, then you're not in the right relationship. So I think this is a really great message for somebody who maybe thinks that they have to be a certain way, or maybe you have to look a certain way to be able to be accepted or loved, which I think that's a huge issue in society nowadays. I feel like I experienced that myself, where growing up, I thought I had to be skinny to be accepted, or had to be a certain, maybe my hair had to be a certain color to be loved or accepted, even by a man. So I think it's important that we remember that we don't really need to be anything, just ourselves. Just allow ourselves to be and embody who we are truly. And I think animals are really great for that. So I love this card so much, divine animals. Really, I think that's the beautiful thing about having a pet. I think that when you have a pet, you experience that unconditional love, and I think that's why people get so attached to their pets and they become your family, because there's this unconditional acceptance for you. And so that's really, that's something that's beautiful. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Lewis. Welcome, guys. So like I said, this is a beautiful way to connect with that unconditional love, is allowing yourself to be around your pet, or even if you don't have a pet, but maybe going to a friend's house who has a pet and maybe being around that. So it's really great. So the other one is soul mating. So that's number 34. And I really love the images on that. It's so beautiful. So number 34, soul mating, soul mating, soul mating. So 34. 34. So I'm reading from here. And of course, this one also had like a meditation and also some journal entries, which is really great. So I really love this deck, especially if you want to get to know yourself better. Again, if you want to get to know yourself a little deeper and you want to just deepen your intuition and your connection with yourself, with your soul, this is a really great deck. It's very loving, it's very gentle, and it reminds you of who you are. Okay, so this one I'm just reading from the book. So this one says, embrace your soul to reveal a partner. A new encounter or deepening of an already existing union will profoundly change the way you perceive unconditional love. Chemistry between two people does not mean they are life partners. You have entered each other's lives to awaken, expand, and open your hearts so wide that they may never close again. It may last for a moment, a season, or a lifetime. Time is not necessary to shift the cogs of your heart and feel the absolute ecstasy of you. A moment can open you to euphoria. The purpose of a soul relationship is to mirror your love and light and melt away any hard edges or walls you have built. Whatever is mirrored will intensify. Love and peace will be bigger, but so will fear or pain. This reveals any wounds that hold us away from love so we can heal them as we embrace more of our love we already recognize. So, of course, if you're listening to all of this and you're here, then, of course, this is a reading, a general reading. So this is meant for you, even if you're watching this on the replay. So one thing that I would, my 2 cents in regards to this, the fact that we have relationships, all relationships, they can be friendships, they can be lovers, they can be family members. All of our relationships serve as mirrors in our lives. So whenever we get triggered, whenever we feel the trigger and we have this reaction, maybe we get angry at somebody, maybe we get upset, maybe we get sad, whatever it is, whatever trigger emotion that you are experiencing at that moment, what that's doing for you, it's showing you an unhealed part of yourself, which is really what this card is saying. So the purpose of your experiences with people that you encounter throughout your life, they are sacred teachers that show up in your life. That's really, truly what it is. And this is something that's very hard to kind of wrap your head around whenever you're in the issue, or maybe you're in your ego. So it's very hard for you to wrap your head around that, because you're experiencing the emotion, or maybe when you're in the ego, maybe you're in the victimhood mentality, or maybe you're on the hurt mentality, or maybe you're in the you're still experiencing that emotion. So for you, you're just feeling like you're being attacked. Maybe you're feeling like you're being hurt. You're just experiencing that because that's the purpose of being in this planet in the first place. The purpose is for us to live our lives and experience the human condition. We are stardust, right? We're star seeds. So we're here in this planet, inside this body, to experience the human condition. So of course, the whole purpose of the human condition is also experiencing every single aspect of emotion. And the emotion is going to go from the really harsh emotions, the ones that don't feel so good in your body, that don't feel so good in your soul, that don't feel so good in your mind. And then you cry and maybe you get angry. And then you have the other side of it where you have the joy and the ecstasy and the emotion. So there's all of these colors, right? All of these, there's a rainbow of emotions, right, that we're experiencing. And that's really what you want to look at it. You want to look at it as just a rainbow of emotions, and they're just letting you know where you are, where in yourself, in your experience, you are acting from a place of expansion, from a place of love, which is expansive, or if you're acting or reacting from a place of being retracted, so then you're like in the hates or in the jealousy or maybe on the anger. All of that it feels constrictive, right? You don't feel so good. Even it doesn't feel good in the body. You might feel even a little bit of pain on the body because of that. So it's important that you realize these people that are showing up in your life, that are triggering you left and right. They're your teachers. They're sacred teachers in your life. It took me a long time to figure that out for myself. It took me so long, and be the victim. I just wanted to be, to just feel like I was right and I was the one I was the only one that was experiencing this. But the reality is, my friend, my beautiful soul, that every single person on this planet is suffering in some form or another. And because of this, they're inflicting pain on others. So it's just a cycle. So the only way that we can stop this cycle is if we go within ourselves. So what is the purpose of somebody showing up in your life and showing you a mirror of the things that you have to work on yourself? Because it's impossible for us to say that we're perfect. We're not perfect. We're the most imperfect beings that there are out there. When it comes down to our experience.